Hey ladies and gentlemen, remove your kids from TikTok. Very simple.
So, you're going no contact. You're considering going no contact. You're 25% of the way toward an open door on the subject of no contact. And you're feeling guilty. So one of the things I needed to get over, I'm no contact with my family. All of them. Siblings, parents, extended family, cousins, everybody. And the thing I wanted to point out to you today in this video about going no contact is I didn't consider my own feelings. As painful as it is, the pain of being a person who goes no contact is nothing compared to the daily pain you've been in from being in relationship with these folks. I love you. Have a good time going no contact.
Back in the day, when I was a kid, when I met a person that was going no contact with their family, most of the times we are like very careful around them. Because there's a reason you cannot even find middle ground with your loved one. And I don't think there's a big chance they really hate you that much. They can, but I will treat you as a very suspicious person. Now, you're gonna be like, what does he mean exactly with no contact? They're talking to your kid to go no contact with kids that might not feel comfortable in their body. So it's like, well, you should go no contact and explore that part without them. That's what he is telling kids. And he can talk about specific things, and he recommends them to go on his Patreon so he can talk about more gangster stuff. Yeah. This is getting so famous that it caught even Jordan Peterson's attention. I'm trendy phrase no contact with all members of my extended family because they are all wrong and I alone am right. But any suspicions about my psychopathic narcissism are of course entirely unwarranted.
Hi kids! Hey kids! I want to talk to the kids. Hi kids! Hey kids!
So that is clear. He wants your children. He wants to talk to your children. He wants your children to go no contact with you. As if children are sometimes not sure about themselves. But we don't need somebody to tell them consistently they are right and their parents are wrong, right?
Your parents screwed up. It's okay to say so. That's why I made a Patreon.
It's kinda weird when you want to talk to kids without their parents, when you can go talk to a teen or an adult without their parents. It's very, very suspicious, as if you want their mind soft, without character, without pushback. Makes me actually feel you might want to push in, or get pushed in.
That's why I made a Patreon, so that we could talk about it, so that we could connect in a way that has more privacy, so that we could talk to each other in a way that's more open and stuff that we wouldn't share like in the comments of a video like this. I think you're worthy. And
worthy of push in or get pushed in? No, I'm like, hey bruh, you gotta be freaking kidding me that my kid needs to pay you when he's uncomfortable with the body in a society that people have a phone, and you want to make that a normal thing, that you tell them that your parents are bad and I am good? Most kids would consider the parents bad because they want to explore dangerous stuff. That's normal. You want them on a red carpet to your domain? And they have to pay too? Hey man, I have to smile a little to hold in the anger. Trust me. Why the heck do you have a video saying going no contact? I don't usually curse. I'm like, with the heart? What's your point? And then even worse, more on Funky Patreon exclusive with the rainbow flag. Hey man, LGBTQ, I know not everybody is the same. I know he might be bastardizing your beautiful flag. But that's why I keep saying, that's the Trojan horse that we have been talking about for a very long time. So you need to do some filtering in your own community or even call people out using those symbols. because I need to be able to trust you. Because if that is not called out, my kid is my gem. I will protect them any way I can. Because the idea that you're gonna do this, the beautiful word that nobody wants to talk about, gaining access and isolating the victim. Abusers will attempt to physically or emotionally separate a victim from those protecting them and often seek out positions in which they have contact with.
Again, when you start thinking about going no contact, I want to encourage you and say something you may not have heard before. You're going to love it. I know right now all you have is a world and a wall of guilt. And every time you think about going no contact, you just feel this thing in your chest and in your stomach.
Yeah, and up some ass, right?
And you don't want to be that person, and how could you? But she's your mother and all the stuff that culture tells you. In 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, the joy. You're very mature for your age is just code for you became the child nobody had to worry about. You weren't even acting like an adult. You were acting like someone without needs. That doesn't happen. It's okay to be you. That's not real. That's not human. It's okay to have needs and be vulnerable.
I hope nobody ever tells me something like this in public. I hope not. Because it makes no sense that this is even allowed.
I want to tell you a story that I never have put on social media, that I never have told to anyone. It's about Jeff and I having sex. And are you allowed to talk about that on Patreon? But it's actually not about that. It's about having childhood trauma and how for the very longest time, years actually, I couldn't let go of my sex life.
And all I can say now is spread the word. And I find it just weird that nobody is calling this guy out even louder. Sometimes it hurts me that God gave people so much free will that we need to have evil so we can respect good. But this is so evil that I've never thought it would make me so angry, but also push me closer to God and be more protective of my kids. It's horrible. It's really horrible. And I hope this person, whatever he has done in his life, something has pushed him in that direction. And now he's trapped because he has got no contact. And when you go no contact, you get desperate. And when you meet people and they want to leave you, you get more desperate. This is like a cancer cell forever. And they don't want to take chemotherapy.